When I returned to the lab, Kurisu wasn't there. Maybe she went out to eat for a change of pace. Afterwards, I hit the streets again in search of the pin. Or my Yuri. But the day ended without a single lead, so I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet. I can time leap again. That will really help us find Suzuha's father? Unfamiliar number. Who is it? It's me. Hi, Mr. Okabe Rentaro? CERN? CERN? What is that? Identify yourself. Hey, Absencel. Welcome to the stream. You, one more afternoon. Came to our factory, make inquiry, told me your telephone number, you know? What are you saying? That's how you spell it. Wait, I've heard that broken Japanese before. Oh yeah, this guy, that's right. That's right. It's that foreign street vendor I met this afternoon in Akiba. Identified. Nice to meet you. Gotta remember they're Japanese, they don't. Oh, you're welcome. I do custom work. Yesterday night, a guest came here. I remembered. I guess must please make pin badge same one you had. I'll head there right now. You gotta remember that they don't speak each other's languages, so it's like very broken. But at the same spot as before. The little stand is already closed. The Westerner is waiting for me. Oh, Okabe, hello. Where did that guest of yours go? One come here was yesterday time. What's his contact info? His name and address. Poison. Guess just for simulation. Private information of nothing. Tea time. I'm not following. Japanese, very studious in awarding private information. Become nervous and serious, yes? If guest had game name or telephone number, however, no leak. This is business. My head is full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have brought Kurisu to speak English for me. What did your customer look like? Man? Woman? Well, so young or so middle. Japanese have young face, just by look, no understand. Anything else? Maybe a judo fighter or pro wrestler? What? Judo? Pro wrestler? What do you mean by that? Yes! Wasn't a yes-no question. What the hell do you mean? Balloon? Was balloon. Balloon? Judo? Pro wrestling? Good. I want to ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly seems a policeman walking by and runs off. It'll be difficult to find Teeter in what little time we have left. I can time leap again starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like all I can do is wait until Christina's done working and then leap to the time this suspicious character appears at the stand. So a wrestler? Martial arts? Balloon? Wrestler? I don't know. Done. The time leap machine is complete. It's 2:30 p.m. on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before. But that's the time leap machine. I've already explained to her how time leaping works. It's as different as it can be from Suzuha's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies. Makes you remember the future, right? That's pretty interesting. Intuition, sixth sense, deja vu. I wonder if those things are actually you recalling future memories. Some of CERN's researchers in my time came up with the theory that memories are a way of sharing information across world lines. Maybe it's similar to that. I just wish we knew more about Okabe's reading Steiner thing. Is it unique to Okabe, or does everyone have the potential for it, and Okabe is just stronger by coincidence? One thing's for certain, my consciousness leaps to the past along with my memories. Still don't understand why that is. It'd make more sense if you experienced a change in the present, like you do when we send a D-mail. your consciousness depend on your memories? The problem is that consciousness doesn't have a form that we can see. Same goes for the soul. Those things are still in the realm of religion. Even in 2036, the existence of the soul hasn't been proven, and nobody's proven what forms consciousness either. See, it's a little disappointing. Sending my consciousness back has let me change some future events with more precision than D-mail, but other events are locked in by convergence. There's some things the world will allow me to change, and others it won't. For example, I can change the method of Mayuri's death. Never the fact that Mayuri dies on the night of August 13th. It's not how it works. The future is always determined. Why does the path there change? Because the world line changes. When you leap into the past and take different actions from before, divergence changes, if only a little bit. In most cases, that fluctuation won't amount to more than 0.0001% on the divergence meter. Small changes might not register at all. When you exchange the cause, the effect merely shifts to a separate, already existing world line. Since those two world lines are almost exactly the same, you barely feel any difference. That's why reading Steiner didn't react. Unlike the previous world line disappears, it keeps existing as another possible world line. That's the many worlds interpretation, right? In any case, they're not parallel worlds. So is this the future reconstructed? I guess you could say that. Confused again. Anyway, it's enough discussion. It's time for me to leap again. I explain the situation to Kurisu and have her activate the time leap machine immediately. Oh, and by the way, I can only travel 2 days into the past. That's the extent of the time leap. It's the night of the 11th. I went back about 40 hours. My objective is to keep watch on the street vendor's stand and hoping that Suzuha's father might appear. I've already been here for 2 hours. It's 8 p.m. and the stand looks like it's about to close. Is this another waste of time? Just as I'm starting to get antsy, I notice someone approach the stand. Is that Daru? Okudane? What are you doing here? I was gonna ask the same question. The storekeeper's looking at us funny, so we decided to change locations. Alright, Daru, what were you doing at the street stand? Don't tell me you were trying to counterfeit duplicates of Teeter's pin. Fine, I won't tell you then. Daru was the suspicious character the foreigner told me about. Could it have been more confusing? Damn, it was all for nothing. So why were you trying to counterfeit versions of the pin? I wasn't trying to counterfeit it. Close enough. Well, I meant it as a backup plan, I guess. Amaneshi's gonna be sad if we don't find her old man, right? My Valentine's Day was okay, Sora. How was yours? Good, I hope. The best part was I got to eat some Valentine's Day baked goods, because I helped bake some last night before the stream. So if that happens, I'll show her the badge I made and, well, lie that her dad was here. So you'll give her false hope. You don't have to put it like that. Remember, there are good lies and bad lies. Bad lies hurt people. Good lies save them. Where did you get that from? Aladdin. It's not an energy. It's a visual novel that teaches you the meaning of life, so shut up! Hey, existent of enigmas. Welcome to the stream. Well, should I call off Operation Fake Teeter? Do you really think that'll make Suzuha happy? What energy did you get that from? Amanashi told me that not to tell anyone, but I guess I'd better tell you. Heard this from Amanashi when she was discussing the repairs. Her time machine can only leap to the past. What? Oh, she's gonna be stuck. Nonsense. Teeter's time machine could travel both ways. Do you actually see it? Well, no. Besides, when you say Teeter, you mean the one who appeared in 2000, don't you? I don't know anything about that Teeter. That's right. The Teeter I know and Suzuha aren't necessarily the same person. So, wait. When she leaves, she can't come back. You're saying that if she goes to 1975, she can't return to 2010? Not without living 35 years in real time. That means Suzuha's time machine can never return to 2036? Didn't I just say that? Then it's defective. Right, she said the time machine was incomplete. Incomplete? Incomplete? According to Amanashi, her old man built it in secret by reverse engineering CERN technology. But CERN killed him before he could complete it. Amanashi insists that it's fine as long as she can leap to the past, but... Are you sure about this? Said to herself. I don't think she was lying. She doesn't meet her old man before the time machine is repaired. Might never get another chance. That's why he was trying to make a copy of the pin, as evidence that Suzuha's father was here. Making a fake version of our father's pin isn't going to solve anything. A lie is a lie. But if we don't get caught, what difference does it make? True, Suzuha might be sad about missing her father, but that's none of my business. My top priority is Mayuri's safety. However, that sad smile on Suzuha's face, now I understand what it meant. I feel something tighten deep within my chest. So we're gonna trick her. Hey Ocarine, isn't it amazing that the satellite was a time machine? Yeah, I guess so. I'm glad Suzu-san wasn't hurt in the crash. I heard it's really hard to drive. If the gravitational whatchamacallit coordinates are just a teensy bit off, the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes bloop. She even said her time machine's unstable since it's not a CERN model. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. You think I should go with her? I wonder if I'd fit. What would you do in 1975? Make sure Suzu-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's gonna be okay. Oh, okay. Your Valentine's was fine. Well, at least it was fine. Mine was fine too. I had lots of baked goods, so it was just me stuffing my fat face with baked goods. Hey Ocarine, do you think the time machine has a name? If you want to know, just ask Teeter. Oh yeah, Mayushi didn't think of that! Mayuri giggles and is off to talk to Suzuha. She returns a few seconds later. Yep, it has a name! FG204, something something she said. Anyway, don't you think Daru-kun and Suzu-san are a good match? Daru's all about Ferris. Oh, really? Hey, can Mayushi take a closer look at the time machine? I nod, and Mayuri runs over to the time machine again. Ashida Ataru's amazing. He said if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow. And you look so unhealthy and slow. And hey, there's something I want to say. I feel like I'm never gonna get another chance. Are you listening? After a moment's hesitation, I give a little nod. I'm really grateful to you, all of you. When I came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in a world completely different from my own. This era is so peaceful. There's a wonderful thing, but it scared me. All I knew was the fight against CERN. Now I have friends, real friends, who I can share my secrets with. All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake. It's a strange feeling, but a happy one too. Wanted you to know that. Time machine can only leap to the past. Truth I heard from Daru's plays in my head in an endless refrain. Living with you guys in this time, it's been really fun. When I met you, you were all so strange and unique and over the top. I was kind of shocked at first, actually. Before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you. 2036 is peaceful too. People don't even fight anymore. Did you know that? Anyway, people don't fight, ever, about anything. All forms of conflict, war included, have vanished. Poof, without a trace. Instead, everyone has dead eyes, like fish. No one has ambition, nobody dreams. They just trudge through their lives without a single complaint. Oh sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad. There's no individuality, everyone's a robot. You got really mad at me before, remember? I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy. You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you. Shina Mayuri, Hashida Ataru, even Makase Kurisu, and of course, you. I want to be more like you. It's thanks to all of you that I'm still going strong. Being a lab mem, even for just a little while, was great. Being with you guys, even for just a little while, was great. Suzuha obviously knew from the beginning. If she traveled to 1975, she could never return. Change the future. Okabe Rintaro, make it a world like this one, where people can be free. First time I heard her speak those words, I thought she was sentimental because she couldn't return to her original 2036. I'm wrong. Forget about 2036. Can't even return here to 2010. She'll be 54 when 2010 comes around. The present us and the present Suzuha can never meet again. The present us, the present Suzuha can meet again? Do you? Do you regret spending time with us? What do you mean? Do you regret making new friends here? New memories? Do you wish you had kept your distance? You've already abandoned one life. Now you have to abandon another. In a sense, it's like you're killing yourself. Did Hashida Ataru tell you? He's worried about you. Jeez, I told him not to tell anybody. Well, how do you feel about going to 1975? Doesn't matter how I feel. have to go. It's the path I chose. It's what my dad wanted. What if we ask you to stay? I'll go anyway. One of those guys on Ad Channel asked that right I have to change the future and decide the fate of the human race. He had a point. But still, I don't want the future to turn out like that. I want the people in my time to be free like you. Free to laugh and play, fight and argue, get sad and cry. If I change the future, then no one will die. Not you, not Shina Mayuri, and not my dad. Maybe I don't have the right, but I'm going anyway. Even if you can never return? Aw, come on! The 70s aren't a bad time, you know? I'll find friends there just like you guys. We'll have a blast. Beneath the clear blue sky, the time machine comes to life. Daru's repairs are complete. Mayuri and I helped drain the last of the water out of the cockpit. Dang, she's just gonna go. The machine is still stuck in Radicon's wall, but there's a small matter. My heart is still heavy. Should I let Suzuha leave like this? I chide myself for the thought. It's not my choice to make. Suzuha isn't from this time. If she doesn't want to stay, then I have no reason to keep her from leaving. We didn't perform a startup test. Activating the time machine would draw too much attention. My only regret is that we couldn't find her father. What's left to do is to load Suzuha's favorite MTB onto the time machine. Thanks guys, really, I can't thank you enough. Don't forget about us. If you want to thank me, let's make out. Control yourself, perv. Alright, take this. This is for you, Okabe Rentaro. Keep it in the lab, will you? Somewhere out of sight is fine. Suzuha. Is she regretting her decision to leave? Do you want to stay? Is this pen meant to be proof that Amane Suzuha was here with us in this time? About the pen. Why don't we make duplicates for all the lab mems? Make it our symbol, I guess. Wow, that's a great idea. How unusually thoughtful of you. Huh, I don't know what to say. We already took a picture of it, so keep your pin. Amanashi, it belonged to your dad, right? Yeah, okay. I'd stop Suzuha from leaving if I tried. Unless she goes, I can't save Mayuri. Okay, everyone. Da-da-da-da-da! Mayushi has an important announcement to make. As usual, she completely fails to sense the gravity of the situation. Though I suppose it's our fault for not telling her the truth about Suzuha's time machine. In any case, she has my attention. Actually, Mayushi found Suzu-san's dad. Huh? Really? Want to meet him? You do, don't ya? Well, he's here with us today. Where? Allow me to introduce you. Suzu-san's dad is... Is that a drum roll? Ta-da! Suzu-san's dad is... Daru-kun! Our mouths drop. That joke's not even logical. It's impossible for this perv to get married in the first place. Hey, that kinda hurts. I completely agree with Christina. Daru is fated to become a wizard when he turns 30. You can be nicer about it, guys, but it's the truth, so I can't object. You know, my dad wasn't fat. Jeez, you're all so mean to Daru-kun. Mayushi's the only one to stand up for me. You're an angel, Mayushi. Do you love me? Nope. Harsh. Mayushi's 100,000,000% sure that Daru-kun is Suzuha's dad. Okay, what's your proof? I was thinking about the letters on Suzu-san's pin. After staring at it really hard, I noticed the 7 and 7010 looked a little weird. Not a 7, it's a 2. The line fell off the bottom. Really? It's so small, I can't tell. It's easy to see in the picture we took. 2010. That's this year. And what do the letters mean? That's easy! Okabe, Shina, Hashida, Makase, and finally Amane. What? It was right in front of us all along, we just didn't know where to look. Our initials? So I was thinking, why 2010? And then I remembered it's the year of the lab mems. Year of the lab mems? The Future Gadget Laboratory was funded this year. So that's what it is. And you know, Suzu-san has lots of stories about future Okarin and future Chris-chan, but not a single story about Daru-kun, right? There weren't any about Mayushi either. Well, Mayushi's a lab man, but I can't make time machines, and I don't like fighting, of course. I'm not famous. No, the reason there aren't any stories about Mayuri is because she dies in a few hours. Only Kurisu, Suzuha, and I know that, and we say nothing. But Daru-kun's a super hacker and Okarin's right arm. He even helped Okarin make Phone Wave-chan, so I thought it was strange Suzu-san didn't know him. So you're saying he used a different name? Barrow Teeter-san helped Okarin found the resistance, right? And he was an Akiba in 2010. And he was able to build his own time machine. And he knew about Okarin's reading spaghetti. Reading Steiner. He knew about it. Didn't that fit Daru-kun perfectly? He's right. Do you remember the day Suzu-san went to meet her father? She thought he would be at the time machine offline meet. Daru-kun was supposed to be there too, right? That meet was seriously important to the history of Japanese sci-fi. At least I got to sneak in while telling Amaneshi. I don't remember that. Must have happened because of the D-mail I sent. Dad told me about the meet when I was little. I don't remember what he said exactly, but I thought I might be able to meet him there. If I'd been at the meet, everything would have been okay? I don't know. I don't think that I picked you out as my dad. And then there's the time machine's name. FG204 something something. What was it? FG204, 2nd edition, version 2.31. That naming sense. It's gotta be Daru! And FG probably stands for Future Gadget. So Suzuha's time machine is Future Gadget number 204? Finally his name, Barrel Teeter, has to be Daru-kun! To think of it, last night Mayuri asked how to say barrel in Japanese. Barrel is Taru in Japanese, right, Chris-chan? Daru? 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 It's a pun? Okay, Suzu-san, say Hashida Taru 10 times fast. Well, why? Just say it and find out. Oh, jeez. Okay, here we go. Ashira Taro, 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 Ashira Taro.